Hobbies, please. Your hobbies, Joe at RTÉ. Gerry Mooney. You'll see Gerry Mooney's name in a lot of newspapers every single day because he's one of our best press photographers in the country. Gerry, what is your hobby?
Joe, good afternoon. Yes, a bit of a different pastime from the day job. Yeah, I have a preserved 1960 double-decker bus, a CIE Dublin bus.
Wow. And what is so? That's an open platform bus. Where did it operate from and out of, and its history?
Yeah, it's basically it's a part of Dublin, Joe. It was built in Spa Road in 1960, hand built. Really, the chassis would have come across from the UK, and then the body was built in Inchicore, and then it made its way to Ringsend Garage, and it was based in Ringsend Garage for all of its life, and it worked there until 1982.
Beautiful.
And then it went into, there was very few of them made their way into preservation, but this one made its way into preservation, and it had a couple of owners. And then a very interesting person, a lot of people would be familiar with Brendan Grace.
Of course, yeah.
Brendan bought the bus, and he had it outside his house in Saggart, I believe.
Okay.
And he had the intention of bringing old folks and that out on day trips, but there was a bit of work done on it, but that never materialised, and it ended up in a shed, and it was just stored out of the way, and it was kind of decaying little bit by bit.
And you renovated it?
Yes, yeah. No, it was funny. Like myself and Brendan would have chatted a few times about the bus, and we had a common interest. So the bus was moved on to myself, and then over a number of years, it was completely renovated, and it was wonderful that we had one of the guys who would have worked in Spa Road and all the coach building skills. John Wheatley was involved in the full restoration of it, and it was like there was times when the restoration was underway, you were looking at it going, Jesus, what have I taken on here? But it was wonderful because it was you were seeing some of the coach builders would have put their names and dates on panels that would have been replaced before. So you would have seen these guys' names who I'm sure were putting it on, saying, "I wonder will this ever be seen again?" And seeing their names, it was lovely to see it. But no, completely renovated and back to its
well done.
Its condition.
When do you? By the way, is there power steering in it?
Absolutely not. No.
Oh, good luck. That'll pull the arms off you.
Yeah, it's like everything else. It's easy once you get the knack to it. But the RA type bus is what it's called. It would have been a fancy bus because it's an R type bus, but the A was automatic. It has a semi-automatic bus, so you're not double clutching or anything like that. But it's 30 foot long. It's just under 15 foot high, 8 foot wide, so it's big, and you need to be on the ball going around.
We'll put up a photograph. And by the way, do you have to get it insured if you're bringing it out to a?
Oh yeah, no. She's fully insured and she's taxed, and sure I have to have the same license as a bus earner or a Dublin bus driver going around. But it's lovely when it does go out because it's a real sort of a head turner, and I'd say it was a very popular bus because it's lovely when you hear the stories, because no matter where you go, everybody went to school on this bus. So you just let people, you don't pull them up because people go, oh, we went here, or we went there, and like it would have spent a lot of its life on the 50 out to Crumlin, and then it was on other routes that operated out of Ringsend, and it would have finished up as a sort of what you would have called a universal bus, which means that it would have operated on all the routes. And I grew up in Colester, and towards the end of its career, it would have worked out to Colester. So it's
beautiful.
It's lovely to kind of have it back.
With the wonderful CIE. I'm looking at photographs now, and we tweet them at Joe Liveline or at RTÉ Liveline. The beautiful CIE logo, which has simply never been replicated, and the cream and the navy. I remember seeing my first cream and navy bus in Clattergreen and Ballyfermot, and it was like a new world. It was in the 60s, I think they changed it from the dull green. They're back to dull green again, but they were beautiful. And you store it indoors.
Oh yeah, I know she has to be stored in. There's a lot of wood in the frame. It's a composite frame.
Well done, Gerry. What are your other hobbies? I know you have another hobby because I've seen you in photographs driving a steam engine.
Well, I wouldn't say driving, but yeah, no, heavily involved. Transport is a thing,
Well
Joe,
done.
that really, it's my pastime. And I grew up, as I say, in Leicester, near the railway, near the line to Belfast. As you know, I'm a photographer, and I got my trade from my dad, because he was mad into cine film. So when he'd go out with the cine camera, he'd give me a still camera just to take a photograph. So that's where I got the interest in transport. But as things went on, I got more interested in the workings of and the mechanics of it. So yeah, the RPSI, the Railway Preservation Society of Ireland, I've been involved for 35, 40 years with them. So people will see actually over the next last weekend, this weekend, on the following weekend, out the west side of Dublin, they'll see the Santa train going out. It's kind of part and parcel of Dublin now. At Christmas time. It goes from Dublin to Maynooth. There's all the children coming out, so it's lovely to see all the faces, and they see the real sort of Thomas and real coal and oil and smell and all the rest.
Great, well done, Gerry. And remember, the National, I'm not saying this to you, you know well, Gerry, the National Transport Museum there above in Hope, they're always looking for more space, and it's a fantastic collection run by volunteers, and there's great website. You can look up Gerry Mooney, and he's on YouTube, or you can go on to his Irish Commercial Vehicles. It's a great hobby. Thanks, Gerry. I'll see you soon when you're out working in your day jobs. Gerry Mooney, Joe at RTÉ.ie.
Bye-bye.
Talk to Joe on 0818 715 815.